What's going on with y'all, man? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. I'm gonna basically talk about what's going on. You know, let me see something. What's up, Nerdy Blue? Nerdy Blue in the house. Nothing much. Nothing much. Excuse me. Finna talk about the stuff I've been watching. Okay, now we're gonna talk about The Boys, which has been getting sicker and sicker by the episode. What we found out in this episode, this is spoilers. I'm finna spoil the heck out of all these shows I'm about to talk about. So if you don't want to hear anything about it and you haven't seen it yet, please click off now because I'm going to spoil it. Um, he said, "Damn, HD, I'm about to go to sleep and you go live." Man, I got to talk about the shows. I've been watching them. I done watched all the WNBA games. I got one game to recap, and I'll do that later. And that's the Las Vegas Aces and the Wings. They ain't really nothing to talk about there. He said, "I heard." Yeah, man. The boys basically starts off. Everybody remembers that Butcher got demoted. So he's been demoted. And of course, remember, he found out his wife was alive. She was never dead. She was just helping raise Homelander's child. Now, like I said, the comic book is different. Yeah, this is gonna be a stream yard. I'm gonna invite y'all up on Phil G. I'm just finna go through the shows real quick and then I'll bring y'all up. Now, this here basically showed us they got this chick named Firecracker. They're trying to combat her against what Starlight is doing. Last episode, she said some things, made Starlight get mad. Starlight beat the hell out of her, ruined her image. Now they're fin to put their plan in motion. Homelander's whole thing is he wants to control everything. So what they're going to do is they're going to they went to this one guy, I can't think of his name. I just watched it. I can't think of his name, but excuse me. But he basically got a bunch of money. He said, "Oh damn, I'm gonna have to catch you another time. You know we run marathons on this page." Well, yeah, be safe then, Phil G. So basically, so basically, from what we do, they found tongue twisting my words. This guy basically runs everything, has a boatload of money, wanted to bring a certain superhero, which is a fake Spider-Man. Dude shoots web out of like the crack of his ass. Like literally, no lie. It's that sick. They had to drug him and knock him out so then they could use his identity to get into the party, so they could figure out what's going on with the party. They were going to kidnap the head person. I can't think of his name, and they were going to bring him back. But Huey, who decided to go disguised as the fake Spider-Man guy, basically got messed up. And not only was he messed up, they were running sex fetishes on him, all type of crazy stuff. He was like, "Oh, come on." I mean, yeah, that's what it was. So they were running all these sexual advances, and then we figured out who the chick that was the aide of Homelander, we found out she's into this freaky stuff. So she was invited by him to do her fetishes. So it was real sick. Now, what they found out is that Homelander is going to team up with the chick who blow people heads off. And of course, Sage, who's the black chick who's very intelligent. However, if you shoot her in the brain or kill or hit her in the brain, she goes dumb for a few minutes. Like she goes to a childlike state. And then once that wound heals, she gets back to normal. So their whole plan is to get a lot of the people, round them up, which are humans, and put them in these prisons, treating these prisons like concentration camps, because the guy who sponsored the party, his family has a shitload of money, and they moved from the plantation to the jailhouses. If you watch The Boys, it basically breaks down what they've done in this country. This was a great episode. If you didn't watch it, you need to watch it because it breaks down how America does the system now. Now, Lance Alonso, who's playing Mother's Milk, is having all type of panic attacks. He thinks it's a heart attack, but it's a panic attack. They said, "Who? Yeah." They were trying to get a hold of Butcher, but Butcher was occupied. He kidnapped the scientist who was in love with the chick who's running for president. They kidnapped him, cut his leg off to make it seem like he died, and he's going to create a type of weapon which is going to kill all the superheroes. So Butcher is basically going to be the bad guy. If you read the comic book, Butcher turned into the bad guy at the end of the comic book, where he decided to kill everybody because nobody was going to let him just create genocide to the superhero community. And he felt otherwise. So after he killed a lot of the the superheroes, he was going to go kill some more. And that's when his team turned on him. The chick named Kumiko, she's called the female in the comic book. She's not called anything else. She's just called the female. You have Frenchie, of course, who turned himself in over war crimes and stuff. So he was feeling guilty. So Kumiko tries to go visit with him, but he doesn't want to visit with anybody. He doesn't want anybody to come see him. He wants to basically be in peace. So that little ordeal. And it kind of changed his mind because he was with the dude he was sleeping with. He killed the dude's family. And it kind of made him change his mind, like when he told him the guy beat his ass. So, but still, crazy stuff. Now, fast forward, Butcher is talking to the guy who plays Negan. And he's talking to the guy who plays Negan. He's thinking the guy named Negan, the guy who played Negan in The Walking Dead, he thought that he was one of his old friends, and the guy reminded him like, bruh, you killed me a long time ago. You killed me off because of the V he's been using. Remember, he used the green stuff first, which was the temporary V, which is bad to use. Then he tried to use the regular V to heal himself, but it turns out the V basically backfired on him. So now that it backfired, he created a tumor in his head. So that tumor has come alive and created a split personality. The guy Negan is basically him who wants to genocide the superhero community. The other consciousness is what you would say is the angel, and that's his wife. Because remember, his wife died last season. So she's telling him, don't do it because you're going to kill your friends who are superheroes, and it'll just destroy the whole thing. Excuse me. Like it would destroy a whole lot of stuff. Um, but she doesn't want him to do it. And that's when you heard the split personality. The guy Negan basically told her to shut the F up, which means he's been talking to himself the whole time. And at the station, walking, talking and stuff. And the scientist dude he's scared, batshit scared, because he don't know what the hell's going on. And this guy's unstable and he's talking to himself, but he still has enough of a mind to um to make calculative moves and to project where this or that soup's gonna be. So Butcher still has that going. Then we saw Black Noir. Black Noir was a black guy. If you read the comic book, Black Noir in the boys' comic book was nothing more than a twin of Homelander. They created him to be stronger than Homelander in case Homelander decides to go off his shit and kill everybody. They had a protocol in place. But it turns out that Homelander never was the villain. It was Black Noir. Black Noir is the one who got Butcher's wife pregnant in the comic book. And he R-worded her. And then she was pregnant, but the baby blasted its way out of her, killing her, slicing her stomach, and flying with beams. So Butcher killed the baby, and he always thought it was Homelander, but it never was Homelander. It was Black Noir. So to see Black Noir actually being a black guy is funny. And then he says something talking about, oh, you know I could fly, right? You know I could fly. So pay attention to that. He might be interjected later in the story. Now, I don't know about this season, but next season is going to be the final season, season 5. But they're coming with Gen V season 2. So we'll get Gen V, and then we're going to get probably the boys, which would be dope. You know, I hope they do it that way. And then after that, I hope they give us some more Gen V. I hope, because you could create your own story from scratch with Gen V. With the boys, you really can't create from scratch. You gotta go with what the comics are out there, and you gotta implement certain stuff for the comics. So, but it was dope. But Black Noir said he could fly. Now, be on that, because you know Homelander might be at the point where he's gonna kill everybody, and Black Noir might come and save everybody, or he might be evil. He might kill Homelander off or assume the position. Because with Black Noir was going around doing all the stuff and blaming it on Homelander. So he went crazy and he killed Homelander, and then he was finna kill Butcher, but Butcher got him. And that's when Butcher started going crazy because somebody killed his dog, which but Homelander was like, why would you kill his dog? This is in the comic book. He was like, why would you kill his dog? Are you serious? We're all effing dead. And Butcher just was just cutting them down. He was just cutting them down left and right. So that was different to me. Black Noir being black. Like, because Black Noir was in all black, but he was white. He was Homelander's twin, so it's crazy. Crazy. Excuse me. Crazy. So now that Butcher figured out, he created this split personality where that's his half wanting to genocide the whole superhero community because of what happened to his wife, and then he found out his wife was alive, which I didn't like that. I thought the wife should have stayed dead because it fit more with the more than the comic book. And to me, how you can do or say what you got to say, you put it out there. Um, that dang, what was I gonna say? Well, basically, they once they figured out, once Butcher and everything gets the virus, he's gonna kill everybody. So is they wanted to kind of match the comic book, but they don't want it to be all the way, because if they took exactly page for page, illustration after illustration for the boys, this show would be trash because the comic book wasn't good to me. Comic book was trash. So the show is actually great. So what we also saw was that Starlight saw Firecracker. They were talking. She meant it from the bottom of her heart. She basically knocked her out so she can get to Huey. So once they got Huey, which was sick, they went their way. Now after that, you know, Firecracker, of course, talks to Homelander. She's infatuated with Homelander. She's so infatuated with Homelander that she basically put milk in her titties to basically, to breastfeed Homelander. Comic book world, everybody comes back to life. No, everybody don't come back to life, Nerdy Blue. In the comic book, everybody dies except Huey. Huey's the only character that stays alive. Huey ends up killing Butcher. He wasn't going to kill him at first, but then Butcher lied, saying that he did something to his family. He went overboard and killed him. And then Huey and Starlight stayed together happy ever after. But in this show, I don't know if it's going to go that way. But I just know the Black Noir said he can fly. So I would be on the lookout for that. Black Noir probably can mess around and be the bad guy, the big bad behind everything. Like, we don't know yet. But I could see that angle. So Homelander basically breastfeeds on Firecracker, and he's laying down in the fetal position like he's a baby. If you remember from the first couple seasons, or the first season, where he had the lady who would feed him breast milk and everything, because that's what he lacks. And she was there on the couch rocking in the bed like he's a baby. I kid you not, it is sick. So she assumed the role that the one chick who was playing his mom was doing. In general, okay, I got you. But in this comic book, everybody don't come back to life. Everybody dies damn near. Now, the next episode, what do I think is going to happen? I think he's going to get the virus. Butcher's going to decimate a lot of the superhero community. You know? So that's how I look at it. But so far, it's been 4 out of 4. This has been a solid show. Like I said, I didn't like the comic book, but the show is amazing. Like, everything they're touching on, like, it's just crazy. It's on point. The dialogue. So, we couldn't really do nothing with that. So it is what it is. It is what it ain't. So that episode, I give 4 stars. This is, 3.5. I've been giving every episode 3.5. This one's a 3.5. I'll give you guys my whole grade at the end of the thing, but that's what happened. And Starlight was there and they got Huey out. And, Huey was spilling his guts to her and whatever. So basically, we might get the weapon of destruction next episode on The Boys. Now, Power Book 2, Season 5. Tyreek wakes up in the room after blowing Noma's daughter back out, Anya. Here's my thing. Why would you mess with a chick that you definitely know is your enemy's chick? And then if you're going to invite her again, you should have never gave her anything that led back to you guys. This is what I'm talking about with writing. If this was anybody else, hell, if this was Ghost would have never even done this. He would have never gave her a card or whatever, or a drug or anything to take with her like that. That's what messed him up. He should have never gave her the drug and all of that stuff. And I think he ended up giving it to her, which he shouldn't have. This is what pisses me off about the character Tyreek. Tyreek is being claimed to be the smartest on the show, but he really acts like the most dumbest person on the show. This is Noma's daughter. So Noma ain't gonna play. She runs a tight ship. So what you should have done was you should have never gave her that dope. But he probably gave it to her and forgot. He got so drunk. They smashed. And she just took it. Now, yeah, man, boy, slipping heavy. Slipping hard. Now, she calls Effie into the office because she feels Effie knows what's going on because it's her territory. She finds out that Effie don't know what the hell going on. So it's like, okay, so she went down there personally. This is what I don't understand. Okay, this is what I don't understand. Noma keeps acting like she is in training. She's not a boss. She's not acting like a boss. First of all, why would you go down there personally? You just complained about in one of the scenes that nobody should know who you are. But you're going to risk going out in public because your daughter came back with a little bit of coke, which you should have done. You should have slapped the mess out of her, grabbed her by the throat, and told her, if you ever talk to me like that again, you're dead. I brought you in this world. I can take your punk ass out. That's what should have happened. But no, Noma is the, honey, I care about you, honey. I just want to make sure that you're okay and you're all right. Noma. This is what I'm saying. And maybe I'm too hard on the episode. I don't know, man. Noma comes off as a foot soldier. She don't come off as a boss. I have not seen anything boss yet from her. Now she's sleeping with Method Man. Now she's sleeping with Method Man. After Kane risked his life to go down here to make sure that nobody jumps jumps on you or even mess with you. Because when she went to dinner, Braden, who's strung out on his own supply, tells this idiot, which is Zion, told this idiot about Noma. And it's like, why would you do that? So her moves are so sloppy. Then her and Kane came down there to the place. My thing is this: if you're a boss, like, you can't risk being seen or known. You're gonna go to a school campus with people with weapons. You don't think a kid's gonna go snitch or talk about this to somebody? Like, you don't think that you don't think that you could compromise yourself? Now, when they went to the school, this would piss me off. Tyreek should have had an AR or whatever on him. Should have had a weapon on him. A 45, presumably. Presumably. And first of all, you should have had you a team around you. So if Noma came in there with her squad, you have your squad. This is what I'm talking about. Tyreek should have had a team. You should have had a team put together. So whenever something like that go down, you got soldiers behind you. So even if she would have been saying this, you broke a truce or whatever, you would have had people beside you ready to ride for you. See, that's the difference between your father and you. Your father would see this coming. You don't. And I'm so sick and tired of them trying to make him Ghost. He is not Ghost. Okay? He's not Ghost. My bad. Had to change the title to The Fake Ghost. So now, Tyreek basically found out that Braden was snorting because Noma just came in there. Luckily, Anya came at the right time because he was going to expose you to your daughter. She got nervous and, she said, let's ride out, let's leave. My thing is, why didn't you just have Kane go down there and handle it? You should have sent your muscle down there. But like I said, lazy writing. And Tyreek doesn't have a team as usual. See, if I was in this shit, I would have had a team. So even if me and Noma fell out about some shit, I would have still had some buddies on the side or some homies somewhere. This is what I'm saying. Tyreek moves very stupidly. Oh no, this gets even better. You got Michael Ealy, who plays the same light-skinned ass nigga every show, basically is pimping out the drug dealers, which is Mary J. So he wants his cut. I'm like, oh my gosh, dog. I forgot the movie that happened to, but there's a movie where a police officer lets the drug dealers be on the street. As long as he gets his cut, they can move as much product as they want. Right? Didn't they do this in Ghost? Like Power, the first one? Whatever. Now, he's sick and tired of being on the bottom. Now, he wants to be on top. So now he's going to devise a plan to get Noma's daughter which in my opinion, I think they're going to end up running away together. The way it's looking, Diana is going to have a change of heart and try to get back with Tyreek. By then, Tyreek is with somebody else. Diana going to try to be by herself with the kid. But Tyreek is going to make sure that that kid is still around. Kane got in a ring and beat up Zion to let him know, don't mess with Noma. But I could see Noma and that guy Zion meeting, talking, and he might so happily end up in her drawers. Hell, let's do a scene with Method Man's in her drawers. Noma is coming off as an easy piece of meat. Like she's coming off as an easy slide-in access. I mean, access slide-in or whatever. And it's like, look, if you're going to write Noma's character, can you write her as a boss? She has not done any boss moves since she's came into the show. Her character has been stupid. You slept with Kane, which was dumb. Now you're sleeping with Method Man. Now, what's going to happen when Kane finds out you smashing Method Man? Because he going to find out. Everybody does on this show. Nobody has a poker face. Nobody. So now Tyreek on his next episode, whenever it come back, he's gonna take it to another level. He's gonna stand on business. Now, what Method Man's doing is working. He got Noma into some people who I lost my train of thought, but he went to go see, like he basically talked to Diana about, how do I know dude ain't the child, or Celine, I think that's his name, Celine. How do you know? How do I know? You were smashing him all first semester. Diana basically said, I wore condoms with him. I didn't wear a condom with you. So now Tyreek got a jet, and so happens a religious chick meets Diana at a Catholic church where she's able to light a candle for the people that she's praying for and pray have a transition to the next world. The lady says you have a son. I don't know how she's able to see this, but for some reason, Diana, who isn't showing her anything, for some reason, everybody can tell she's pregnant. I guess everybody around here, Jean Grey. So I guess we got Jean Grey on power now. What are we doing, bro? How can you tell she's pregnant? How? Then somebody gonna come in the chat and say, oh, well, it's been proven that, somebody sensed that she had a child. So what, this Star Wars now? So we can feel the force of a child? What are we talking about, man? this chick braiding with, he's so Kuda whip. He's so Punani whip. He's so Punani whip that this chick tell him whatever he wants to hear and he just go along with it. This chick slipped acid into Tyreek's drink and he's still finna mess with this chick. That's how I know the Punani good. And she a drug addict. The double whammy. Him and Tyreek get into an argument where Tyreek had to cuss him out. Then Braden over here crying. I lost my family. I lost my family. I lost everything. White boy playing victim. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's just, I just hope this show ends. It's about time for Power Book 2 to end. Power Book 2 is so trash, bro. It's some scenes I like, but ultimately, man, it's entertaining, but it's not even really entertaining. It's entertaining, but not all that. Monet devised a plan to go rob Noma's stash that Drew used to take care of. Michael Ealy find out what they doing. They shoot up the spot. Michael Ealy over here being a shiesty light-skinned nigga. They always make the light-skinned nigga shiesty and conniving. They make the dark-skinned nigga ruthless and ready to kill everything. It's so many stereotypes on this shit. It's like, how do you get away with this? Michael Ealy walking around here. Now, all of a sudden, he basically said he's mad at drug dealers because his wife died. Now, all of a sudden, he's making moves and breaking deals, brokering deals with, he's brokering deals with the drug dealer now. After he just say, I don't like drug dealers because of what happened to his wife. Oh my God, dog. What's up, MDT, man? This show is so garbage, dog. It's like last season, it had some part of hope. This season, it's like, who knows? Drew should have been dead. For some reason, Drew keep living. Diana, I hope she get knocked off because Diana's character is the most dumbest person. Like, her character don't do anything. The only thing her character was good at was saying poppy, 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 poppy. That's all her character was good for. They have wasted a great character in what Diana could have been. They made Diana a whiny little brat. Now, all of a sudden, she wants to change her life now because she's pregnant. Why you ain't change your life before you got pregnant? Now you want to change it? Oh, my gosh, dog. Oh, Mellow, dog. It's trash. This season is probably the worst by far. My thing is this. If it's like, look, we know what you're trying to do. We know how you're trying to end it. We know how you're trying to finish it. We know it. Then how many times they gonna keep dissing Ghost? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I got the balls to do it. Ghost couldn't do it. Ghost couldn't do it like me. This dude, they're always comparing his character to Ghost. It's like, why? Why are we doing that? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I have no idea. Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. I gotta fix this damn thing. All right, fixed it. Lazy writing. Yep. Diana character got worse after that dinner scene. To be honest, the only who got character development the whole series is Kane. Man, look, man, Kane was ready to blast. Kane, listen, Kane is ready to knock Tariq head off. He ready to do it now. So you know how that is. Oh God. So My Adventures with Superman, episode 8. This is a great series. If you want to watch a series that is good, watch Cartoon Network's My Adventures with Superman. It is the best thing cooking right now. It has a storyline. They don't make Superman all powerful yet. He has to gradually build up to that. I mean, it's phenomenal. So on this, Clark basically was kidnapped by Kara. He ended up on this ship, which we later find out that is not Kara's dad, that is Brainiac. Brainiac is wanting to destroy all the memories that make Superman Superman, so he could take over the New York Liberty. I mean, not New York Liberty. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So it's just so much stuff I watched today. So basically, you know, they go on the ship, they hijack it, they're on the way there. They run into Kara. Kara figures out that her dad was lying and figures out that it was just she was being programmed, which she was, which was by Brainiac. So now that that happened, so so they basically get on the ship, they head out of space. Brainiac has been destroying planets. Kara left to figure out what's going on. She's went to different stuff, and she tries to tell, you know. So they got to outer space. Once they went to outer space, they ran into Kara. Kara took them to see Clark. They snuck on. Clark turned into, well, he was possessed. So now he's turned into something else, which, in my opinion, is going to be a OP Superman. So she feels guilty about what happened. We're starting to see a development with Jimmy Olsen and the black and can't think of her name, but yeah, her and her and Jimmy are going to Jimmy basically likes this girl, and he basically was like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. Got with her. um he's been good. And now we saw where Brainiac was trying to erase all of the good memories and twist them. He was twisting them to make it seem like nobody liked him on Earth or whatever. They didn't care for him. They felt he's an outsider. And it happens. But this is a great show. The writing, the direction, the development is crazy. This is what these shows need to take advantage of. You know? But he got taken over by Brainiac. He's basically Brainiac now, looking like Clark. And what he does is, and everything, he just basically so those are my assessments. Next week we'll probably see him attack Earth, destroy some of Earth, and then that's when Superman will break out his spell. So let's see. So drop the link for anybody who wants to get in. But yeah, that was my assessments. The boys, that gets 4 stars out of 4. The so you know how it is. So wait for a little bit longer. You guys want to hop in, y'all can. Let's see. I want to hear from the chat. Have y'all watched My Adventures with Superman? Have y'all seen that on Cartoon Network yet, or y'all just don't pay it any mind? Let's see. Let's see. He said Mellow. To be honest, the only who got character development the whole series is Kane. Yeah. Kane has been the most one. He said he's seen the first season, still haven't. Which one you talking about, Nerdy Blue? You talking about the My Adventures with Superman? Well, you need to watch that, man. It's probably like the best thing smoking right now. So yeah. Talking about Superman. Yeah, man, you need to check it out, man. Superman go hard, especially the development of the characters. You mainly know who's gonna be the main villain, and you definitely know who the small one is. But my adventure with Superman is dope. The thing I love about it is nobody's afraid to be themselves. Let's see. So yeah. But overall, I give it 4 stars. Um, love the show. Love the direction that it's going in. Um, I love how they introduced Brainiac, and then I love how they didn't quickly switch him and Clark back. I wanted to see the mutual. Wanted to see mutual respect between players. So, but yeah, guys, I'm about to call it a night. Thank y'all for stopping by, man. I'm out. Deezy.